Hey, thanks for joining me. This is April 27th, the week of April 27th, and I am making this African necklace with my primary group. That's ages 3 and up, so 3 to 5 typically, but any of you all can do this one. I'm going to show you what you're going to need. Let me bring it closer to you. You can see I'm going to put some fun designs on there with it. But what you're going to need to make this particular project is you're going to need a paper plate, obviously a pair of scissors. I'm using some oil pastels, 2 colors of acrylic paint, so you get to choose your own colors. I need a little paper plate for my paints, a paper towel, and a water cup with paint brushes, okay? All right, so the first thing I want to do is make the actual necklace frame. So I'm going to take my paper plate. The easiest thing to do is gently fold it in half, just like that. And what you're going to do is you're going to cut. See where this ridge is right here? You're going to cut that out. So I fold it in half and follow that line with the scissor. Okay, I don't need that part. Now I've got an open circle, and then you're just going to want to cut that circle so that way you can be able to put it around your neck when you're done. Okay, so I'm going to start painting it. Now you notice there's 2 sides to the paper plate. I don't know if you can see this, but this particular side would be typically the side that you eat on because the edges come up a little bit. But we're going to paint it on the opposite side where it's more of a flat. Okay, so the opposite side. So I'm going to lay it right in front of me, and I'm going to use purple and yellow for mine. You can choose any 2 colors that you like for yours. So I'm going to get my brush, make sure it's dry and clean, and I'm going to start with the color in the middle, right in the middle right here. Okay, so that's going to be my yellow. So I'm going to put a little yellow, small yellow area right in the middle where my paper plate is. Okay, now I'm going to add the purples to either side. So I'm going to wash my brush and dry it off before I get my purple. Now I will tell you, when you're doing this, you're going to just put thin coat of paint just so it covers. You don't want it really thick, because if you do that, then it takes longer to dry. We want it to be dry before we add our pastel to it. Okay, so now I'm going to paint the purple on each opposite side of the yellow. But for this, I'm going to make my areas a little bit bigger. So see how I'm keeping my yellow area smaller than my purple area? So that's what I'm going to do, is I go all around the edge of my plate, and you're going to make a pattern. So in this case, it's yellow and then purple on one side, purple on the other side, and then we're going to put yellow next to that and purple, and so on. So you're alternating the colors. All right, so I'm going to wash my brush. Every time I change my color, I'm going to wash my brush. So I'm going to dry it off and get some yellow and make small areas of yellow next to each part of my purple, and keep washing and drying my brush in between as I change my colors back and forth. Okay. Remember, I'm just going to kind of do this quickly so mine can dry. Now, before you guys add any of the pastel to yours, you're going to want to make sure you leave that to dry. So let yours dry nicely. I'm going to do mine kind of quickly with a thin coat so that I hopefully can add my pastels fairly soon after we add these colors. Okay, so I'm just alternating the colors. Okay, so the last is going to be my purple, and I'll show you what that looks like in just a minute. Okay, so now I have my necklace is all painted. See, the whole thing is covered with yellow and purple paint. So remember, you want to let this dry, and then you're going to do the next step. So the next step is just really putting any design that you want on your necklace. I'm going to show you what I did for mine, but you can put circles or swirls or dashes, or really anything that you want on yours, and make it really cool and special. So I'm going to start off by making a little triangle. I'm sure most of you know what triangle. So I want a triangle on each one of my yellow parts. I don't know if this is going to be dry enough, but I'm just going to go for it anyway. So I'm going to put a little triangle, just like that, in each one of my yellow areas. So I'm going to keep doing that Forgive me, I might have some wet areas, so it might kind of turn out a little strangely. But just for the purpose of making the video, I'll try not to smear it too much. Okay, so I've got a little diamond on each area of the yellow part. Now I'm going to grab another color, and I like this orange. So I'm going to put the orange on the inside of my little diamonds. But again, you can make this however you want yours to look. It's always fun when you get to add your own decorations. Be creative. Okay, and then I want a little bit of white inside each one of my triangles. So I've got blue, then I put some orange inside, and then I put little bits of white. Let's see, oops, see if you can see that. Okay, so it's white with orange and blue. All right, so now I want to do the purple spaces. So I'm going to start with black, and I'm just going to make little dashes to make kind of ovals. Let's see if I can do one. And I'm going to do the same thing in each one of my purple areas. Okay, so I'm just going to put, it's kind of hard to hold it and do. Let's try it. See? A little dash. And I'm going to move it around. Kind of an oval. A little bit hard to do on my hand, but just so you have an idea. Okay? So I'm going to set this down. And I'm going to do that on each one of my purple areas. Obviously they're going to be smaller if I have smaller areas of purple on my necklace. Ooh, almost there. After that I added a brighter color. I used pink. You can use any color you want. In fact, I think this time instead of pink I might do some yellow because I want it to be nice and bright. And that's going to go in between those black marks, and let me show you what I mean. See? So I did the black marks and then I put the yellow in between those. So now I'm just going to do that same yellow on each one of those different ones that I put inside the purple areas. It's coming along. Good. And now I'm just going to add some white in the middle. See all of my ovals? This would be the front. Okay. Now I'm going to get some white and I'm just going to put it in between, in the middle of all my oval areas. That's pretty cool. So now I put a little bit of white and now you can see them better. And that's it. Pretty much in a nutshell. They're so cool. You can make several different kinds of these, can't you? Use all different colors and make different shapes. You're going to have a lot of fun playing with this one and making your own. Thanks for joining me. See you next time.